This is the Baseball Observer. 2 contests quick played. The New York Aces, 16-16, second in the ABC East, host the Seattle Comets, 16-16, third in the ABC West. Jaheim Bryant starts for Seattle. No one-loss record. Noor Durrani starts for New York, 1-2. And the Nashville Blues, first place in the ABC Central, host the Denver Rocketeers, second in the ABC Western Division. Their record is 19-14. Nashville's record is 18-15. This is game 2 of their 3-game set. For the Rocketeers, Mario Rodriguez gets the nod, 1-3. For Nashville, Alex Alvarez, 2-4. Jaheim Bryant gets the start for Seattle. His whip is 1.44. His strikeouts per 9 is 6. His walks per 9 is 5. He's 33. Pedro Marquez for New York is cold. Hyun Yu for Seattle is hot. Antonio Luciano is cold for Seattle. Starting pitcher for New York, Noor Durrani, 1-2, 5.68 ERA, a 1.53 whip. A strikeouts per 9 of 7.8, a walks per 9 of 4.3. He's 26 years old. 15,000 fans in the stands. Rain, 64 degrees. Wind blowing in from right at 15 miles per hour. Aces Field in New York. Play ball. Good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to Aces Field. Tonight, the Aces and the Comets will duke it out. Both teams 16-16. This is game 1 of a 3-game set. The teams meet for the first time this season. The wind blowing in from right at 15. Taking the hill for the Aces, Noor Durrani. Here's the first pitch. That's on the ground. First baseman has it. He'll take it himself for the first out. We're underway. We will quick play this one. We will advance until there's a runner in scoring position. Top of the first inning. For Seattle, Carlos Merlos is at second base. The batter is left-hand hitter David Ogwin. He's hitting .256, 1 home run, 11 runs batted in. He's got 15 stolen bases. He's the cleanup hitter. Right-hand pitcher Noor Durrani versus the lefty Ogwin. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Side retired. No runs are hit, no errors, a runner left on. We played half an inning and then there's no score. Advancing until there's a runner in scoring position. We advance to the top of the second inning. There's no score. Advancing. Top of the second inning. Seattle has Kevin Fink at second. Billy Mendoza at first. 2 out. The batter, right-hand hitter, Antonio Luciano. He's the number 9 hitter. He's cold of late. Hitting .250 on the year. 1 home run, 12 runs batted in. Here's the pitch from Durrani. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the ground. Shortstop has it. He bobbles it. E6. Kevin Fink to third. Mendoza to second. Bases loaded with 2 out. Error on Peter Moltke of New York. That's the second error of the game on New York. Right-hand hitter Alex Batista, the leadoff man, steps in. He's 0 for 1, hitting .342 on the year, 4 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Here's the first pitch. That's in the air. Center fielder is running in toward the infield. That's on the infield. And the shortstop makes the pop-up. The side is retired. The Comets get 3 base runners, but no one scores. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Advancing until there's a runner in scoring position. Top of the third inning. Bottom of the third inning. Top of the fourth. Top of the fourth inning, Seattle has Kevin Fink at second base. The right-hand hitter, Di-Hyung Hugh, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Righty versus righty. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's hit sharply, but right at the left fielder. The line drive is caught for the first out. Hit on a rope right to Aaron Jackson in left for New York. Right-hand hitter Luis Chavez steps in. He's 0 for 1. Runner in scoring position with 1 out, no score. Top of the fourth inning at Aces Field in New York. Here's the 0-1. That's hit in the air. Left fielder, another rope right at him. 2 up, 2 down. Runner set second base since he's been on. Right-hand hitter Billy Mendoza steps up. He is 0 for 1. Hitting .250 on the year, 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. Righty versus righty. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the inning. Nothing on a hit for Seattle. There's still no score. Bottom of the fourth inning. New York at bat. Advancing until there's a runner in scoring position. New York has Raul Juarez at second base with 1 out. The batter is right-hand hitter Robbie Chacon. Right-hand pitcher for Seattle, Andy Palmer. 2 2/3 inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. That's on the ground. The second baseman has it. He throws the first in time. That's the second out. Raul Juarez will advance to third base. 2 out now, bottom of the fourth inning. The batter is right-hand hitter Paul McPherson. Juarez at third base, no score. Righty versus righty, the 1-0. That's hit sharply in the right field. That'll go all the way to the top of the wall. 1 run is in. He's hit it for second, and he will slide in safely with a double. RBI double, and the Aces are on the board. They lead 1-0. Let's look at the replay. He hit the ball very sharply right into the right field corner. Hits off the top of the wall. And he slides in the second with a double. Paul McPherson at second base. 2 out. The batter is right-hand hitting Peter Moltke. The number 6 hitter. It's 262, no homers, 11 runs batted in. He's 0 for 1. Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. That's in the air on the infield. The first baseman's in foul ground, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1 run for New York on 2 hits, and they lead 1-0. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Seattle at bat, trailing by a run, advancing until there's a runner in scoring position. Bottom of the 5th inning. New York at bat. Top of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th inning, New York has Robbie Chacon at second base, Paul McPherson at first with 2 out. The batter, right-hand hitter Peter Moltke. Moltke's 0 for 2. Right-hand pitcher Andy Parman, in 5 innings of work, has walked 1 and struck out 3. He's given up 5 hits and allowed 1 earned run. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's on the ground. First baseman has it. He'll race to the bag in time to retire the side. No outs on 2 hits and 2 left on. New York still leads by 1 run. Top of the 7th inning. Seattle at bat will advance until there's a runner in scoring position. Luis Chavez at second base here in the top of the 7th with 2 out. The batter, right-hand hitter Antonio Luciano. He's 0 for 2, the number 9 hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes on him. And he swings and misses. Strike 3. The side is retired. Just a walk for Seattle. The score remains 1-0. Aces over the Comets. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Bottom of the 7th inning, the home-standing Aces will step to the plate. Aaron Jackson is up. New York leads by a run. He advances until there's a runner in scoring position. Aaron Jackson at second base. Tim Wheeldon at first. The batter, right-hand hitter Pedro Marquez. There's nobody out. Left-hand pitcher Eddie Sandoval for Seattle on the mound. He's thrown 2 pitches. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's on the ground to the shortstop. Goes the second. He relays the first in time. 6-4-3 double play. Aaron Jackson advances to third base. 2 out now. Jackson at third. The batter, left-hand hitter Jonathan Mestis, the leadoff man. He hits .308. 5 homers, 16 runs batted in. He's 0 for 3 today. Here's the first pitch. That's it in the air, and the shortstop will catch it on the line drive to retire the side. 2 base runners in the inning, and the Aces do not score. They lead the Comets 1-0. Top of the 8th, Seattle at bat. We advance until there's a runner in scoring position. Bottom of the 8th inning. Top of the 9th inning. Seattle trails by a run. They need 1 to tie, 2 to go ahead. We advance until there's a runner in scoring position or the game will end. Kevin Fink is at second base with 1 out for Seattle here in the top of the 9th. The batter, right-hand hitting Do-Hyun Hugh. He's 0 for 3. Right-hand pitcher Noor Durrani trying to go the distance. He's pitched 8 1/3 innings. He's walked 1 and struck out 7. He's allowed 4 hits and no earned run. Here's the pitch to Hugh. And he balked. Kevin Fink will advance to third base. So Noor Durrani commits the balk. The tying run is 90 feet away, and the batter, Do-Hyun Hugh, steps back in. 2 balls, no strikes. He hits that in the air to center field. He moves in a little bit. He'll make the catch. He throws. The runner tags. He's hit it home, and he will score from third to tie the ball game. Sacrifice fly for Hugh. And the game is tied at 1-1. New York will send a new pitcher to the mound. Devin John will take the hill. The left-hand pitcher. He has a fastball, slider, and a splitter, his best pitch, rated at 80. Good stamina, holds runners on well. His personality, he likes to fish in his spare time. Here's the right-hand hitter, Luis Chavez. He's 0 for 2. Score now tied 1-1. Durrani tried to go the distance, but he fails to complete the chore. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Devin John in 10 innings over 11 games. He's fanned 7 batters in the season. He has 8 saves. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Side retired. A slider, 78 miles an hour. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Nobody left on. The Comets managed to score 1, and it is tied. Bottom of the 9th, New York needs any run to win this game. The Comets send their closer to the hill, Jesse Street. Jesse has a fastball curveball combination. Curveball is his best pitch, rated at 65. Stamina, okay. Holding runners, okay. Jesse is a max effort guy. Here's Peter Maltke. He's 0 for 3. Homestanding Aces trying to win this ball game. Game 1 of a 3-game set. Righty versus righty. Here's the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Street, 14 2/3 innings over 9 games. Struck out 17 batters. He has converted 1 of 1 save chances. On the ground to first. He bobbles it. E3. That's the first error by the Comets. Carlos Merlos at first base commits the error. He's not a strong defensive first baseman. He's rated at 20. Peter Maltke at first base. He is a base stealer. The batter, left-hand hitter Aaron Jackson. Maltke represents the winning run. Righty versus lefty. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner going. And they get him by a country mile. He is caught stealing. Second base, 2-6. Shortstop Billy Mendoza of Seattle makes the play, and that's the first out. Jackson will step back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Second out. Then Wheeldon will step in. 2-2 pitch. That's on the ground to the shortstop. Picks it up, throws the first in time, and that ends the inning. Aces get nothing. Despite the Seattle error, the Comets and Aces still even at 1. We've played 9 innings of baseball. We go to the top of the 10th inning. Advancing until there's a runner in scoring position or Seattle takes the lead. Mendoza at second base. Luciano at first for Seattle. Right-hand hitter Alex Batista at the plate. He's 0 for 4, the leadoff man. Here's the pitch from left-hand pitcher Devin John to the righty Batista, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, first out. 2 on, 1 out now. Right-hand hitter Pedro Medina, number 2 hitter, steps in. He's hitting .223. No homers, 10 runs batted in. 0 for 4 today. 2 balls, no strike. The pitch. That's in the air, and it'll skip by the second baseman into center for a base hit. The runner on third cannot advance. The bases are loaded with 1 out. Seattle will send a pinch hitter. Mike Martinez will step to the plate. This looks like his first plate appearance of the season. Bases loaded, 1 out. Score tied 1-1. Top of the 10th inning here at Aces Field in New York. Here's the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That's hit sharply past the drawn in second baseman into right field for a hit. 1 run is in. The second run, the play at the plate, he's safe. 2-run score on the single by Martinez, and Seattle takes a 3-1 lead. Let's look at the replay. Off of Devin John, that ball was hit right past in between the two drawn-in infielders. Didn't really have a chance at it. 2 runs will score, and Seattle leads 3-1. Here's the left-hand hitter David Ogwin. Medina at third. Martinez at second. 1 out. First base open. Lefty versus lefty. The 1-1 pitch. That's on the ground to the third baseman. He'll fire it home, and he's out at home. Fielder's choice. Mike Martinez advances to third base. The batter is safe at first on the fielder's choice. 2 out. Right-hand hitter Kevin Fink will step in. He's 3 for 4 today. He's red hot. He's hitting .438 on the season. 14 hits and 32 at-bats. 3 home runs, 6 runs batted in. OPS of 138. Lefty versus righty. Here's the 1-1. That's hit in the air, and it'll get down for a base hit. Another run is in. Runner headed for third. There's nobody covering third base. He slides in safely. That base hit scores another run, and Seattle leads 4-1. Going to advance to the bottom of the 10th inning. See what the damage is done. All right, so Seattle scores 3 in the top of the 10th. They lead 4-1. New York needs 3 to tie and 4 to win. We advance until there's a runner in scoring position or the game is over. And that's it, our final. Seattle wins 4-1. Here are the totals. For the Comets, they're now 17 and 16. 4 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. Seattle left 8 men on base. New York, 1 run on 7 hits, 2 errors. They left 7 men on base. Comets need extra frames to get past aces. New York got a big-time effort from pitcher Noor Durrani, but it wasn't enough to keep the Seattle Comets from winning the game 4-1. Durrani threw 8 2/3 innings of 4-hit ball for the losing team. The winner was Seattle reliever Jesse Street, the closer, now 3-3. The loser was Devin John, the closer for New York. The win elevated the Comets to 17 and 16. Seattle used the timely hitting of Mike Martinez, the first baseman, to seize the win. The pinch hitter stroked a 2-run single in the top of the 10th inning to put the Comets on top, 3-1. It was his only hit in 1 at-bat, but it was a game changer. It was a solid team effort, said Martinez after the game. The final, once again, Seattle defeats New York 4-1. Now we go to Nashville. Blues Stadium. Denver Rocketeers face the Nashville Blues. Game 2. Let's play ball. 20,000 fans in the stands. Good evening, folks. Welcome to Blue Stadium in Nashville. Tonight, Nashville takes on Denver. Second place Rocketeers are 19 and 14. Nashville holds first place with a record of 18 and 15. The Rocketeers have won 6 in a row. Head-to-head, Denver has won the single game versus Nashville. Alex Alvarez to start for Nashville. He has 2 wins and 4 losses and a WAR of .7. Pop up on the infield, and the catcher nearly runs to the mound to make the catch for the first out, and we're underway. We're quickly playing this one. So we'll advance until there's a runner in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the first, no score, advancing. Top of the second. Bottom of the second. Top of the third, no score. Top of the third inning. Denver has Tony Batista at second base with nobody out. The batter, left-hand hitter Juan Martinez, facing the right-hand pitcher Alex Alvarez. The pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. He lays one down right in front of the plate. The catcher picks it up, throws the first in time. The sacrifice is successful. Tony Batista advances to third base. 1 out. Batista at third. The batter, right-hand hitter Jesus Lago, the leadoff man. He's the center fielder. Hitting .280 on the year, 2 home runs, 18 runs batted in. No balls, 2 strikes. That's hit in the air to right field. He's near the track, and he'll make the catch. The runner tagged at third, and he will score easily. The first run is on the board. Denver leads 1-0. Sacrifice fly for Lago, and the batter is left-hand hitter Boy Nerva. 2 out. We will advance until there's a runner in scoring position. Advancing to the bottom of the third inning, Nashville at bat. Denver leads 1-0. Advancing. Bottom of the third. Andres Salas at second base. 1 out. The batter, left-hand hitter Juan Grant. He's the number 2 hitter. The center fielder is hitting .330 on the year, 3 homers, 10 runs batted in. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Full count. The payoff. That misses, ball 4, and there are 2 men on with 1 out. Left-hand hitter Jose Orozco will step in. He's the number 3 hitter. 1 for 1. He's hot. He hits .354 on the year, 4 home runs, 29 runs batted in. 2 men on, 1 out. Righty versus lefty, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The delivery. That's on the ground to the shortstop. Goes the second for the force play. Fielder's choice, 6-4. Andres Salas advances to third. The batter is safe at first. 2 out. Runners on the corners. The batter, left-hand hitter Hector Chavez. He is cold of late. He hits .159, the cleanup hitter. He has 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. He's 0 for 1 today. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 2-out pitch. That's hit sharply in the air. That ball is carrying, and it will leave the yard. He got all of that one. A 3-run moonshot. And Denver falls behind Nashville 3-1. The home crowd loved that one. Let's look at the tail of the tape. 441 feet, 113 miles off the bat. An 89-mile-an-hour fastball from the hand of DeMario Rodriguez. He turned that one around. Hector Chavez will touch them all. Good old number 29 goes deep. Couldn't read his number. His number. Oh boy. Yeah, number 29. Okay. All right, bottom of the third inning. Nashville leads 3-1. We advance until there's a runner in scoring position. Bottom of the third inning, 2 out. And Ricardo Espinoza is at second base. Tyreek Morrison is at first base, still in the bottom of the third, still 2 out. Right-hand hitter Joe Marriott steps in. He's the number 7 hitter. He's 0 for 1. Here Mario Rodriguez delivers the first pitch. That's hit on the ground. A diving third baseman. He has it. He jumps up, fires to third, and it's an errant throw. E5. Everybody's safe. The bases are loaded now. George Cuellar made a fine play to stop that ball, but the throw was errant. Let's take a look at it. Play difficulty was 1 star, they say. He dives, makes the catch, and then he makes a quick throw. And the second baseman can't handle it. They charge the third baseman with the error on the throw. All right. So Nashville already leads by 2. They have the bases loaded, 2 out. The right-hand hitter, Carlos Chavez, will step in. He's the number 8 hitter. The catcher is hitting .091. No homers, 1 run batted in. He's 0 for 1 today. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. That's in the air to center field. He races toward the infield, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Blues get 3 runs. Nashville on top now, 3-1. Top of the 4th. We advance. Bottom of the 4th. Top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th. Top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the 7th inning. Top of the 7th inning. Denver at bat. They trail by 2. They have runners on the corners with nobody out. Right-hand pitcher Alex Alvarez still on the hill for Nashville. In 6 innings of work, he's walked 2, struck out 2. He's allowed 7 hits and 1 earned run. The right-hand hitter Tony Batista will step in. He's the number 8 hitter for Denver. The catcher is hitting .333 on the year. He's 1 for 1 today. Here's the pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. He gets that in the air. That's in the gap, and that's extra bases. It'll go all the way to the base of the wall. 1 run is in. The man stops at third. The double scores 1. And Denver has cut the lead to 1. Batter Tony Batista hits that one to the deepest part of the park. It bounces off the base of the wall. And he has 2 bases. So 2 men on, both in scoring position. First base open. The left-hand hitter Juan Martinez will step in. He's the number 9 hitter. He's 0 for 1, hitting .200 on the season. 1 ball, no strikes. And that is a wild pitch. What was that? Yes, the pitcher didn't handle it. It's a ball. The runners are still at second and third. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. It's a full count. The payoff. That's in the air on the infield. Third baseman in foul ground will make the catch near the in between first and third, home and third, and that's the first out. Here's Jesus Lago, the leadoff man. He's 0 for 2 with a run batted in. 2 men in scoring position. Denver trails by a run here in the top of the 7th inning. We're at Blues Stadium in Nashville. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. The curveball floats in. 64 miles an hour. That's his 3rd strikeout for Alex Alvarez for Nashville. Here's the left-hand hitter Boboy Nerva. He's 1 for 3 today. 39-year-old Boy Nerva. 39 years, 71 days. When Boy talks, people listen. Dr. Sticks. The left-hand hitter trying to get Denver back in this game. Right-hand pitcher delivers. The first pitch. That's on the ground. The shortstop has it. He'll go to first. Side retired. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. 2 runners left on. The Rocketeers reduce the Nashville lead. It's now 3-2. Everyone is invited to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" as we stretch for the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher for Denver, left-hand pitcher Arturo Andres will step in. He has a 4-pitch combination: fastball, curveball, changeup, the best pitch, rated at 70, and a cutter. Holds runners on reasonably well, decent stamina. His personality, he's an engine that never quits, but he is not very cerebral. Right-hand hitter Andres Salas will step in. Andres is hitting .413 on the season, 50 hits in 121 at-bats, 1 homer, 12 runs batted in, an OPS of 96. Lefty versus the right-hand hitter. Here's the pitch. He hits that in the air. That should get through. It does. Past the diving second baseman into center for a base hit. Leadoff single for Salas. He's been red hot, hitting .418 on the season. I think he's the leading hitter in baseball. Left-hand hitter Juan Grant will step in. Nashville known as a good hitting ball club. Lefty versus lefty. 2-0 pitch. That's in the air. That's carrying. And that ball will leave the yard. That's a 2-run shot for Nashville's Juan Grant. And that extends the lead to 3 runs, 5-2. Here's the tail of the tape. 388 feet, 96 miles an hour off the bat. Into right center field. A 66 mile an hour curveball off from Arturo Andres. Juan Grant touches them all. Good old number 6. Here's Orozco. Nobody on. We will advance to the next half inning with Nashville a comfortable lead. Let's see if they do any further damage. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Nashville leads 5-2. We advance until there's a runner in scoring position. Advancing to the bottom of the 8th. Advancing to the top of the 9th inning. Denver needs 3 to tie. New pitcher for Nashville is relief pitcher, closer Joe Berger. He has 5 saves on the year. We advance until there's a runner in scoring position or the game is over. And that's the ball game. The final, Nashville defeats Denver 5-2 at home. For the Nashville Blues, 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Nashville left 6 men on base. For Denver, 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Denver 5-2 losers to the Blues. Nashville registered a win at Blues Stadium by beating Denver Rocketeers 5-2. Pitcher Alex Alvarez was one reason why the Blues triumphed. After today's action, Nashville sits at 19-15, while Denver also is 19-15. The Blues got a big at-bat from right fielder Hector Chavez. For the game, Chavez is 1 for 4 with a home run, while adding 3 RBI and scoring once. In the bottom of the 3rd, with runners on 1st and 3rd, he stroked a 3-run home run. His 2nd home run of the season gave Nashville a 3-1 lead. It never gets old, says Chavez, winning, that is. They snapped Denver's 6-game winning streak. Final score, Nashville Blues 5, Denver Rocketeers 2. One game remains, Tuesday, May 12th, 1981. From St. Louis, Las Vegas will visit the Stallions. That is the final featured game of the weekday series. This is the Baseball Observer.